Hey guys, welcome back to Schach-manuel-lernen. Today again a clip for the highlight series from my online games, and let's jump right into it. Here we have a normal ending with a pawn up, but normally it's a draw, and I will just show you how even this position can be won sometimes. So I try to exchange here a bit to get this against this pawn structure. It's a bit better. Was not the best. Then h4 was a mistake and played this one. He took, and now we have here a wonderful move to put him in checkmate. Like the idea is to give him a checkmate, like with the two rooks, and this one we did with rook b2, g2, and now this is unstoppable. So he can give, for instance, a check, but then I can just escape and no following stuff. So he played this, rook g5, he took, and checkmate. Was quite nice one, small one, but quite nice one. Then this one here was really a good game. Here we had French opening, and here on this point, like I took here, recaptured, and then I played e6. The idea of this move is if the f-pawn takes like that, this diagonal becomes really weak. And this is what happens. He took, then I gave this check, and now either he plays g6 or king, and if king is moving, it's already a bad sign for him. Would have been better, but yeah, he played g6. I took here. Problem is, if he takes, I can just take here. So now he escaped. Now I activated another bishop. If he goes king here, I can take the queen. So he played this, but it doesn't change a lot. I take. He has to take, of course. And now there's a wonderful move. You can try to find it by yourself with pausing the video. I played queen h4, which is on this diagonal. He can't put something here. That's why he took, and won the queen, and the rest of the game is not really important, but it just shows that in move 13 I won already queen, and the main point for this was the move e6. Okay, then changing from chess.com to Lichess. Here I built already a netting mate with covering these squares. The only square that is not covered is this one. So I also blocked this one, and now there's no chance to escape. And wonderful checkmate. Then here, this is quite instructive. We castled an opposite direction, which means it led it to an attack. And now here is white to move. His last move was that. And I could have simply taken, but I thought, it's also win. Like my move is also winning this one, so he doesn't have a chance to prevent this checkmate. Then he gave this check. I can't capture because of rook h8. And here it would have still be won, but the question is, which move do you play? This one or this one? H1 or G1? Only one of these moves wins, and I made with intuition the wrong move. I played King G1, and we will see what will happen. He gives a check. These two squares are covered by this knight. I have to go to H1. He takes. I have to go here, and then it's threefold repetition. What would have been better? Would have been if I went here, because then he can't play this with check, because if he plays it now, it's just checkmate. And this check is not helping, this check is not helping, so that would have won. I just made my move, as you can see, too fast, because I thought that I have to go out of this pin, but as you see, always calculate, even in blitz games and so on. Okay, this one here is quite instructive for opposite colored bishop, how often it is a draw. Like, it's clearly white is better. This pawn is passed and protected. This pawn is passed. His king is more active. But he can't win. And we will see why. He played that, h7, so my bishop has to stay on this diagonal. Played this one. He attacks pawn, I went back. He attacks bishop. I have to stay on this diagonal. Played this, king. Then here, yeah, I made with time trouble mistake. I made this so he could take. But even now it's a draw. And you will see it's really interesting. Because my king will always stay on these squares and bishop will always remain here, so his king has to go like that to support his pawn, but he will never be able to come inside. And as long as my king is staying here, he cannot come closer here. I'll just show you some moves that happened. Now it's that, I play here. Now I simply make nothing, I just wait. And you see there's no way to win this for white, even if you're 2 pawns up. So that's an interesting defensive strategy. Like, I just make this always, and if this king lands here, I can just go a bit further. Not a problem at all. This as a defensive skill, if you're the attacker, of course, try it always. You can't lose it. Then this here was sweet one. Like, he took here with a queen. And you see board is a bit on fire because this king is not really protected, so he has attackers. He sacrificed a piece so far, so I have here this ones, and I'm threading here something and so on. But here I made for defensive move this, that I could play bishop here, bishop here. Mainly it was for bishop to covering this diagonal and then give a check here. After f4, there's a sweet move. You can play bishop f6. And now problem is, where does the queen goes? It doesn't go anywhere. It's just queen lost, and you sacrificed already a piece, so it's an entire queen. And he realized that, after I played bishop f6, thought about a minute, and then he resigned. And capturing a queen, it's not often the case, but when it happens, yeah, you should enjoy it. Here I won with a tactical approach. Like his last move was queen f5 to support g4, taking with queen and so on. And now we made a more or less obvious move. We gave a check, attacking king, attacking rook. And yeah, it doesn't matter, he has to go there or there. And now it's important not take here just because you win material. You have a much better move. Like you could win easily more points, and that's what I did. I played bishop d3. Now we not win just the exchange, but we win the queen. And yeah, that's what happened at the end. He took here, took there, but yeah, it's queen against two minor pieces, so it's simply won. And yeah, this was important that you don't play too fast. As always, like take your time, otherwise you'll just take here instead of playing this and give yourself unnecessary hard time. And yeah, with this game the video ends. I hope you learned a bit something or relaxed yourself by watching this clip. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up there, subscribe if you didn't do it yet, and yeah, I will be back soon. See you guys.